We are in Fort Worden State Park in Port Townsend, Washington, in the Pacific Northwest. These are some old military gun positions that we haven't done any exploring of until today. We were just walking to see the lighthouse, which is just on the point there over the hill. And so we were just gonna explore the trail and see, let me get you, 1, 2, 3. See what there was to see. And we had seen one of these gun batteries previously, and we shot some video and whatever. I hadn't posted that yet. So I was like, all right, well, the last thing you want to do is shoot more video and you haven't posted the first video. So I was content to just be walking. And so we walked past that first gun position, and the next thing we saw was an old searchlight housing. So there's a big, powerful searchlight in something like a garden shed, but a lot stronger, a lot sturdier. And so I got some video there, of course, and I got some pictures there. I'm really kicking myself in the butt for not bringing my tripod, because it's going to be hard to get any pictures with Luna without being really creative. Look at this. Look at this tie down. It's all cement. There's a big round that probably would have been a turret or something. Maybe serve some other function. But man, this is paradise. This is like I would have probably been here every day had I known that this was down here. And so I'm kind of overwhelmed, because I know we wanted to get on the ferry tonight, and this is kind of my cue. I always have a sort of, oh, come on, baby, you can't stop in front of me like that. Come on, keep going. Or get in the back. Yeah, there you go. She's nervous. I know she is. I just think she thinks I can see her with my nose, because she is a sniffer, and I'm so not. But I was going to use this as my impetus to make our departure, because it's what a cool way to end our time here. And I'm in love with Port Townsend. I really am. The weather's been nice. The town, like, you can walk from one end of it to another. If you've got a day, you could probably walk around the entire town. So, and it's very reminiscent for me, the things that I liked about Monterey, California. It's reminiscent of that. There are a couple things that Monterey has that are not here. Take it or leave it. It doesn't really, the weather, the climate, things like that. Those are the things that I'm more focused on. But the added bonus is that is also laid out similar. It's a coastal city. Both of these are Port Townsend and Monterey are both coastal cities. There's no sand dunes here, not like what there are in Monterey. And a few things, take it and leave it. I'm not asking for everything to fit the bill, of course. I've just been so impressed that it's like that, because I was very fond of Monterey and have always had a special place in my heart for Monterey and Pacific Grove and Carmel, that whole area. So this is of the same DNA, in my opinion, and of those things that one has and the other doesn't. This is definitely something that's exclusive to Port Townsend thus far, anyway. What an impressive structure, and it's still there. Why aren't we building like that anymore? Look at this. Probably for munitions, gunpowder, something of that nature. Come on, man. Hey, big dog. What do you think, Luna? Is it scary? I know, it's intimidating, right? Hey, big dog. This is so cool. And it's just here. It's a state park. It's state park that's, you know, got a day use fee and you can get like an annual membership, what have you. Look at that. Yeah, that's for... This used to be a very noisy place. When the soldiers of the Coast Artillery needed to practice firing at floating targets out in the strait, they primarily used the 2 large bore guns mounted here. Yeah, that's what that big circle that we saw on the ground was. Each gun would lie beneath the outer wall of the battery where it could be serviced and loaded out of sight from a ship in the strait. Then a counterweight would swiftly raise the gun carriage for firing. The recoil would push the gun back down into the battery where it would remain hidden. 2 10-inch guns were mounted in Battery Benson, which is where we are here. A 10-incher over there and one over there. Look at this staircase. Ah, what an impressive structure. It's so crazy. It's crazy that this is just here and it's not like the stuff that you see when you're on the road discovering loose agenda, didn't have to buy tickets necessarily to anything in advance. It's just here. And I don't even know whether to be showing it or not. Honestly, I honestly don't, because zombie apocalypse starts, this is where I'm coming. Believe that. And it's in a beautiful park. It's just pristine, natural, oxygen rich. You can hear the rustling of the trees. There's a lot of seagulls around here. I've heard a lot of that. Other birds as well. Easy places to walk. You know, there's some elevation, there's some grading, some graded sloped routes and everything, but it's just so incredibly beautiful and picturesque that it's almost strange that it's not the kind of place that, you know, was like a highlighted place. I really want to go. Yeah, I think I'm gonna walk through the woods here. Since I'm doing this video now, I've really been torn because I want to get some pictures or do some video. I've done some video for one of Luna's montages that I would put on her site, her profile. But now I'm sitting here thinking, like, man, do I just want to stay here and spend all day tomorrow exploring this? I totally could. There's no reason I couldn't, but I kind of had it in my heart. I was ready to mosey, but I don't know, man. We've been in the Olympic Peninsula for all of this month, with the exception of a couple of days when we were in Kennewick, and I mean, it's perfect for me in July. Like, it's such nice weather. It's the nice little towns and cities. You know, we've only been through a handful of places, and some are cooler than others, of course. But what do you think? You're gonna try this one? You got a little bike slope on the side there if you want that. She's been great. She's been so good, so patient, taking some really good pictures. I always feel like a bit of like she's doing all the running around and I'm just holding the camera and looking like a dork. But I have to record some of this, is what I'm getting at. Just to have the memory of it. Yeah, see, if I would have taken that other road instead of coming down here, we would have missed this battery. Because we didn't even walk on this road. That road goes back to where we're parked. This is North Beach down there, by the way. And then Point Wilson Lighthouse. Man, I wish I was better about remembering names. I looked up even this part on the map just now before I started recording, and did not see a name on it other than the name of the state park. So I am making a conscious effort but some of those names are a little vague. They're not attached to anything, you know. Like Yosemite, that's a cool name. You're gonna remember that name, even if you say it wrong or spell it wrong. It sticks with you. Some of these others, Cornelius Tolls. See, here's another battery here. There's a gun position up there, one on that side, one down there in the third little. But look at how intricate this concrete work is. Luna, can you go up and we can show the folks at home and our future selves what we're looking at? What if you went up? What if you go all the way up? Do you think about that? You think about going all the way up? Look at how big this place is. Just massive cement. I gotta watch myself walking backwards. Thank you, babe. You're doing great. You actually look great. You got the concession stand over there. Restrooms over here. It's just such a big form. It's such a big mold. And it's gotta be so heavy that it's blowing my mind a little bit that it's not just sinking into the ground. I'm sure but it's probably really reinforced. But a sick discovery. Can you make that jump? I'll give you a hand. I can get you. 1, 2, 3. And then you've got the Strait of Juan de Fuca there in front of us. Canada across the way. Vancouver somewhere over there. I don't know the name of this mountain. That's another one that I haven't committed to memory. I love showing it off though anytime the opportunity presents itself. You know, sometimes it's foggy or hazy or cloudy. Maybe some smoke, maybe smog from Seattle. And Pacific Ocean over here toward the setting sun. The lighthouse just down this shoreline here. And I'm not going to remember the name of the towns we're headed to on the ferry, but that's the little body of water we're going to cross. Probably a pretty short ferry ride. We may not get on it anyway because, we're definitely not, because I'm still out here at the park instead of in line. So maybe we do have another day here. Here's a little park road. Cuts through here. Yeah, we were only supposed to be coming out here for an hour, and I started tripping over these things. I think this is the third or fourth one in a row. I mean, there's the very first one that we saw the other day. We shot a little bit of video there. And there's the little housing for the searchlight, which is real small, like a garden shed. It's got some rails that go all the way to the edge of the cliff. And it's all, again, cement, train tracks and everything. Just hardcore construction, which is so crazy to see, because when you think about how they build stuff nowadays, to see anything this substantial is always, it makes you feel reverence for it. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, you see it and you're like, man, this took a lot of time. It took a lot of planning to get that right. That's not the kind of thing you can mess up. You know, you put a hammer through a sheet of drywall when you're throwing up some new construction, and pick whatever city you want, and you just patch it up. You don't even cut the wall out. You just throw a little patch over it. I know they do actually. And then that's just getting cheaper and cheaper too. Like some of the new construction in Houston, which I can call out because I know this for sure as well, is just like, it's so thin. Like thicker than cardboard, but not much. And obviously the construction's a little bit different. The material's different, I mean. So drywall is a little bit more sturdy. But I don't know. I don't know, you see something like that, or like an old church, or this old post office that's down here. Man, I should have toured that thing. I should have taken you on a tour of that. I took some pictures of it from the inside. I mean, there's only so much that you can see from the actual functioning post office portion of it. Here's that building that was that held the. I'm going to show you this now, of course. But there's only a very small part that's actually dedicated to the post office, but it's like a 4 or 5 story building, probably a basement, so you can add a floor at least. See, that's all housing for a giant searchlight, and that searchlight would roll out on these rails here. Shout out whoever left their dookie bag. Luna, let's go show them the edge. This is how we living, baby. This is how we're living. Oh, she didn't like that. Oh, she's going back to the truck. You better come show these people the edge. Show them the edge. Come on. Show them this one. Look, who's that? I want her to be in the picture for dramatic effect. Come on, go this way. Please, please and thank you. Oh, okay. Nuts. I'm manifesting some whales. I think that's how you do it. We haven't seen whales yet, not here. We haven't seen orcas ever, and I would love to see that. Oh, let's zoom in over there. What is going on? Please don't do this to me, Canada. Please, I'm not in a good place to be intrigued. What is that? Is that like... It's like Dr. Seuss land over there. I don't know what that is. But look at the atmosphere. Look at the haze. Incredible, right? Man. Thanks, Luna. You're being very patient. I appreciate that. It's all wooded. The bluff's right there to our right. You know, maybe 30 meters. Oh, you gonna jump that clown? Nice. Man, that's pretty gangster, Luna. Sturdy with it. Here's another little cement form. Yeah, man, you're just walking around this way. Can you imagine? Can you imagine bringing most people here? They're just, people would, I don't know. It's just nice. I'm just very grateful, very thankful to have seen this while we're here. All right, you got it? And show it to you guys. And glad I cleaned up my phone's memory enough to be able to record. This is the kind of place that, yeah, this is a good place to, I want to say to be a child, but it's a good place to be an adult too, for that matter. As long as you're, you know, you can come over here and do this business until you trip over a root and bust your nubs on another root, you know, and you're on the IR for a while. You better watch out. In which case you can just take the walking path over there, the flat road. What do you think? Two roads diverged in a wood, Luna. What's it going to be? She's smelling somebody else that came before us. It's a little bird. It's birds chirping, some planes, some watercraft. So this is the first one that we ever saw. This is the one we saw a couple of days ago and didn't really explore beyond this. I'll go down here just so you can see it. But they're not building anything like this. They're not building anything like this unless it's a sports stadium for a billionaire or a massive office building for a billionaire. So it's such an impressive thing to see, and just imagining what it took to build that, and just so grateful that it's still open, you know, open for beeswax, open for business. Very happy to have found this place and to have had the time to explore it and the opportunity to share it with you guys. So let's see, I don't know, I gotta check our time. We may be held over another day. We got time to get to the ferry, but I don't know if we got time to get on and everything. So we'll see. Plus I'm probably jamming my phone full of high definition video imagery, and that's probably going to prevent me from taking any images on the ferry, which would be a bummer because then we'd have to take it all the way back and go across again. So I don't want to miss that. I really just need to come out with a 5 terabyte phone memory. We really just need to have some little cards that you can stack on the outside. There's a million things that I can think of that I would wish they could do, but wish in one hand. So we're gonna get back to the vehicle, check our time and our distance, and maybe head toward the ferry. But I just wanted to show you that. I'm glad we delayed and took our time with it, and had a nice, good long walk. We didn't go all the way to the lighthouse. I was wondering if we might do that. It wasn't much further. It wasn't any further than we had walked already, which, as you can see, has not been terribly far. So I had a brief conversation with Guillermo just to show him some of what we were looking at. And I've pretty much been talking to you the entire time we've been walking back, and we're almost back. We got a little ways left ahead of us, but wanted to share this with you. Want to let you know that this is here. So if you're ever in this area, please take a day to explore. I started to mention earlier and I lost my train of thought, but this is a state park with a day pass. I think the day pass is $10, at least at the time of this recording. And an annual pass is $30. And that'll get you on, I think they've got camping. There's a couple of restaurants. It's an old military, I guess it's a Navy place. Old Navy base. And I say I guess because I suppose there could have been it's my little huntress. What are you getting, huntress? I guess there could have been a Coast Guard component as well. No reason to think there wouldn't have been, and I think there is one in this area now. Here's the I believe that's Hurricane Ridge there. I say I believe because I haven't fact checked that, but I'm pretty sure that's Hurricane Ridge. Beautiful part of the country. And so day pass or annual pass, depending on what sort of use you think you would get of it. But you can park outside of the park and just walk in, which is what we're doing here. And so you've got that. You've got North Beach on this side, and you've got the marina and the park that I'm not going to remember the name of because it's an uncommon name for me. So, but there's a park on that side and a beach, and there's this beach on this side, and you can just walk in if you want to, if you fancy a walk, or you're not going to use the rest of the park for the day pass or get any use out of an annual pass. It's free to walk on. Wish you could see this place. I mean, I'm showing you this place, but I wish you could see this place. Being here is just it's doing wonders for my mental health. I really thought I was going to be crumbling today because I had a doctor's appointment, telehealth, and I just get frustrated with the phone system and the waiting music, and then I never know what to ask, and I never know what to bring up, and I always think of what I should have brought up while I was on the phone. HIPAA. So don't pay attention to any of what I just said. But it worked out well. But had it worked out not so well, I still think I would probably be in a pretty good place right now, because this is amazing. It's just amazing. I'm so glad we found those cement structures. Hey, what if you go that way to the right and I'll go to the left? What do you think about that? How do you feel about that life? If you go that way and I'll go this way? No, you gotta go. She said, heck no. Nice try, Joker. Oh, she's ready to go to the car. Oh, now she's going around? Now she's going around? That doesn't make any sense. What you're doing is oh, you better watch out. Come on, crazy one. Setting sun. We had a awesome sunset last night. It was, how awesome was it? It was about probably about 57 degrees and windy. Like I had to put on a blanket. And we had the lift gate open in the back of the Tahoe, so to take in the to get the 4D experience. Come on this side. You look so menacing. And yeah, so we were just facing that way, shipping containers coming in, or container ships coming in. And it's a nice, beautiful sunset, clear night, pretty much like this. Clear day, clear weather, clear skies, I guess is what I meant to say. So it's been, this is a wonderful little place, and I'm not entirely sure where we're headed next. I know it's going to be good, because it's always good. I don't know how to explain that to you, but every town I get to, I'm thinking like, maybe I should just, I don't want to say not cut my losses, but cash out now. I'll just park it here and I'll just spend the rest of my time here. So there's no way the next town's going to be any good. And it always is. It always is. I mean, I don't live there. I don't deal with the politics there. I haven't lived there long enough to have anybody that hates me there. Whatever. I just, but it's always so like, it's just like you get there, you're like, wow, what was I worried about? Luna, what's the Muppet, the blue one? Not Oscar the Grouch. Grover, yes, thank you. Grover, and that little book. I'm gonna turn around and cut this thing because I'm sure the wind is wreaking havoc on my audio. But Grover and the monster at the end of the book, and every time he turns the page, he thinks it's gonna be, the end of the world, basically. To speaking hyperbolically. See, Luna might have a friend. But at the end of the book, by the end of the book, you realize, oh, this is all in my head. Everything was in my head. I was just anticipating the worst, and it's actually much better than I was allowing myself to believe. And it's usually how it goes. There's a lesson there. I'm trying to learn it. I hope you learn it quicker than I do. Hi. Hi. Here we are back at the lot, North Beach. There's the hills where we were just walking. I say hills, it was hills, but it's not like a bunch of hills. Just a nice little slope upward. And I'm going to take you right here to the beach and bid you a fond farewell from Port Townsend and the Strait of Juan de Fuca.